Hello and welcome to the 2020 Huntsman World Senior Games Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Like so many events this year, due to COVID-19 and safety concerns, we're hosting this event virtually, but we're glad that you've joined us. My name is Kyle Case, and I have the distinct pleasure of serving as the Chief Executive Officer of the Games.
And my name is Lil Barron, and I serve as the Director of Sponsor Relations, and tonight we will be honoring some of the best athletes and ambassadors of the Games has to offer. The success of any organization is dependent almost entirely upon the caliber of its people involved.
That is so true, and the Huntsman World Senior Games is definitely no exception. Since the first Games in 1987, this event has grown and expanded thanks to the hard work of so many people. People who went about, in most cases, very quietly, doing extraordinary things in ways that had never been done before, and consequently blazing a trail for others to follow.
The Huntsman World Senior Games Hall of Fame is our opportunity to extend a heartfelt thank you for a job well done to a few of those trailblazers. The individuals honored tonight with this induction were and are the kind of people you want on your team when the going gets tough.
The Games are what they are today thanks in no small part to the efforts of these individuals and others like them, people who caught the vision of what this event would be and did what needed to be done to get us there.
Whether athlete, volunteer, sponsor, or pioneer, thank you to each of you for sharing your light, your experience, and for being an example of what hard work and determination can bring. Never stop achieving and exceeding your expectations wherever you go.
Tonight's first inductee is Mark Friedenberg. Mark is a pickleball national champion and a world-renowned player. Pickleball was first introduced as a demonstration sport at the 2003 Huntsman World Senior Games before it was added in 2004. Mark was instrumental in building participation in the sport, offering free clinics to the players that provided instruction as well as encouragement. Pickleball players have taken to calling him Yoda due to his instructional talents. Participation in pickleball has increased many times over since it was first offered, largely in part because of Mark's participation as an ambassador and his enthusiasm for the sport. Mark has played in the Huntsman World Senior Games for the past 15 years and has received medals each year he has competed. When asked about his feelings about being inducted into the Huntsman World Senior Games Hall of Fame, Mark stated, "Being inducted into the Hall of Fame is one of the highest honors I could have achieved."
Please welcome Mark Friedenberg as he delivers his acceptance speech.
Hello from the Pacific Northwest in Seattle, Washington. My name is Mark Friedenberg, but many of my pickleball friends call me Yoda. I am a pickleball national champion, multiple times over. I have played at the Huntsman World Senior Games for the last 16 years, and on average, I have won 2 to 3 medals each year. Being inducted into the Huntsman Hall of Fame is one of the greatest honors that I could have ever achieved. I am truly honored to be among the Hall of Fame greats and the Hall of Fame contributors that have made this game so great. I want to thank Bob Claridge for nominating me for the Huntsman Hall of Fame. I want to thank the Huntsman Hall of Fame Selection Committee for choosing me for the class of 2020. And especially, I want to thank Don Odell, who got the games, the pickleball games, into the Huntsman World Senior Games in 2003. At the time, there were only 30 to 40 players. So what Don did was he went down to Washington and recruited many of the big-name players down there, including myself, and for 2004. Now, pickleball is one of the largest events at Huntsman. Without Don, I may never have played in the Huntsman World Senior Games. Thank you, Don. 2004 was my first visit to St. George, Utah, and I really fell in love with the city, the friendly people, the activities, and especially the Tuacahn Theater. I've been here for the last 16 years, and I will continue to come back. Thank you very much.
That was great. Mark has been a big impact on the games, no question about it.
Yeah.
And we'll see a bit later that the sport of pickleball will be well represented tonight.
That's right. Tonight's second inductee is John Garner. John has participated in the games for the past 17 years and has won medals in golf competitions as well as in the skills competitions of putting, chipping, and long drive. Overall, he has won 52 gold medals over the years. John can also boast that he has shot 7 holes in 1. John is an ambassador for the games and has a passion for golf, which helps him to encourage other players. He loves to meet new people and says that participation in the games has created the opportunity to understand persistence through the world-class competition, as this attribute is inherent to the games. When asked about how he felt about being inducted into the Hall of Fame, John said, "I thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for this opportunity. It is a great honor. I am very humbled and elated to be placed in the group of the best athletes. Bestowing this honor on me is a great experience."
Ladies and gentlemen, John Garner.
I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for being here today. I want to thank my wife and my family for their support and unlimited love. I want to thank 3 men that's been instrumental in my golfing life: my brother Clyde Joyner, Dr. Roger Lott, and Dr. Oliver Smith. I especially want to thank the officials and volunteers for their hard work and dedication, for providing a place for over 11,000 athletes to compete at such a high level each year, where we have fun and make friends, and when it's over, looking forward to returning the next year. I want to thank the committee for deeming it appropriate to make me a part of this prestigious group. It is profoundly great for me to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. Thank you.
What an amazing man.
Incredible, incredible.
I
Passionate
met him,
about golf.
Yes, yes. I met him at one of the socials. He was awesome.
Yeah, wonderful guy, wonderful guy.
We mentioned earlier that we would be recognizing pickleball.
Yes, we did, and our next 2 inductees are certainly recognizable in the pickleball community. David Jordan has participated in the games as an athlete and volunteer for the past 16 years and has been the Huntsman World Senior Games pickleball tournament director for the past 4 years. He's worked to find ways to accommodate the players and has expanded the tournament from 5 days to 6. Over the years, he has competed in tennis, track and field, swimming, the triathlon, and of course, pickleball. He's volunteered as a referee coordinator, setup, and tournament director for pickleball. And his wife Nancy has played and volunteered in the games for the past 16 years as well. She has been a referee, a line judge, hospitality director, volunteer coordinator, helped with setup and teardown, and has been active in fundraising for pickleball as well. She's an ambassador and has promoted the games throughout the United States and Canada for the past 15 years. When asked to share their feelings on being inducted into the Hall of Fame, David said, "It's a great honor. It's been our pleasure for the past 16 years to be a part of this great event, and we're proud to be a small part of this great organization, and we promote the games wherever we go." Nancy adds, "This is a great honor. I look forward to October each year so I can reunite with friends I've met through pickleball at the games. I have met people from all over the world, and it's been a privilege to volunteer and help this sport grow. The Huntsman World Senior Games is such an outstanding event, and I'm proud to be an inductee into the Hall of Fame."
Ladies and gentlemen, David and Nancy Jordan.
Hello, my name is Nancy, and I really feel honored to be selected to the Huntsman World Senior Games Hall of Fame. I really look forward to every year in October and to see all the friends that I've met through this wonderful organization and through pickleball, and to meet new friends from all around the world.
Good evening. I'm David, here with my wife Nancy, and like she said, it's a great honor for us to be in the Pickleball Hall of Fame for the Huntsman World Senior Games. 18 years ago, we finally retired. We took to the road, living on the road in our motorhome, and for 10 years we were full-timers. And 16 years ago, we found the Huntsman World Senior Games. From that time on, we've been heavily involved with them. Not only do we participate in pickleball, but we've also participated in other sports like track and field, swimming, road race, and pickleball for the most part. And especially in the last 10 years, it's been concentrated on pickleball, where we have helped run the tournament and become tournament director and assistant directors. It's been a great honor for us over these years to be involved here in St. George. We loved the game so much, and we love this area so much that we moved here 8 years ago. So with all that we've done in pickleball over the last 18 years, Huntsman has always been a highlight for us. It's been an area that we have thoroughly enjoyed, getting to meet the people, getting to meet those in the organization, and working with such a great organization has been just a once-in-a-lifetime experience. And we're truly grateful that we are now members of the Pickleball Hall of Fame for the Huntsman World Senior Games.
So there's a lot of work that goes on at the pickleball tournament,
Yes.
as you well know, and David and Nancy have just coordinated it and organized it, and so much that happens behind the scenes,
Right.
but great assets,
Amazing.
much deserved honor.
Very deserved.
Tonight's next inductee has had an incredible impact on softball at the games.
Yes, he has. George Masters has been attending and competing in the Huntsman World Senior Games for the past 25 years. He has played with several teams and has won medals in every age category in softball since he started attending the games. He was proud to receive his 15-year ring, his 20-year watch, and he will be recognized for his 25th year with a beautiful sandstone trophy in 2021 when the games resume, of course. George has had over 200 players play for his teams over the years. He has introduced many players to the games, and they now attend and compete in softball and as well as other sports. One of the benefits of playing in the games is that George has met players from all over the world. He has also participated in other sports, including shooting, archery, swimming, track and field, and pickleball. When asked about his feelings about being inducted, George said, "Getting inducted into the Huntsman World Senior Games Hall of Fame is a big surprise. It is such an honor to be recognized by your peers."
We're pleased to hear from George as he accepts his induction.
Hi, I'm George Masters from Surrey, BC, Canada. Today is a great day, the day I go into the Huntsman Hall of Fame for softball. Today I will be going in and joining many other great athletes from other sports that are also going into the hall today. I congratulate all the inductees. I picked up my first baseball bat back in Manitoba, my home province, when I was about 8 or 9, I guess, and I could never have imagined that one day I'd be going into a Hall of Fame. After a job transfer to BRL in Vancouver, I started playing senior slow pitch for the team called Royal City Fire Supplies, coached by Roger Petch. He invited my wife Gladys and myself to attend the games in St. George, Utah. It was my first trip. We made our first trip 26 years ago, and I have continued to attend going forward. I introduced Steve and Nancy Clayton to the games. Nancy went on to become an ambassador for the games for a number of years. In 2000, I started my own team called Masters Marauders and continued to attend the games, and we won a number of medals along the way. I've had many great trips to the Huntsman, where we stayed in Mesquite and traveled over to St. George, or we just rented houses in St. George, or we rented the local hotels. I've made a lot of friends at the Huntsman, and I also enjoyed using the health clinic, and I've used it many times. In closing, a sincere heartfelt thanks to the Huntsman Committee for this incredible honor and privilege of being inducted into the Huntsman Hall of Fame. And a special thanks to my wife, my family, for their love and support. I have won many awards in my life, but this is one award that I will always cherish and something that I will reflect on with great pride. Jim Clausen, a great coach, once said, "You win your medals at practice, you just pick them up at tournaments." Just remember, you are better than you think. Stay safe and healthy, and I hope to see everyone next year.
What a great guy.
Such a gentleman.
So,
such a gentleman.
Yes,
just just fantastic. Again, much deserved honor tonight.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. This next one is a fun one.
It's so true. Clark and Carol Poulton know how to put on a show.
Yes, they do.
Clark has participated in the games for the past 17 years. He's helped to establish the cowboy action shooting competition at the games. He served as the director or a committee advisor since the shooting sports were offered. As an athlete, Clark has won gold medals each year he's competed. He and Carol both serve as ambassadors, sharing the message of the games wherever they go. Carol is also a fierce competitor. She's participated in the cowboy action shooting competition and served as a volunteer. She shares her volunteer spirit through service in other organizations as well. She's the board president for Hope Pregnancy Care Center and has served on the board there for 14 years. When asked to share their feelings on their induction, Clark states, "I am much honored to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. I love being part of the team that puts on the games, and my goal every year is to make it a well-organized, fun, and friendly event for participants." And Carol adds, "This was a big surprise and a great honor. I love serving in the supportive role. Physical sports has always been an important part of my life and has given me the energy to keep up with my kids and grandkids. The Senior Games have helped me to maintain my active lifestyle."
Ladies and gentlemen, Clark and Carol Poulton.
It's a great pleasure and a real honor to be nominated for induction into the Huntsman World Senior Games Hall of Fame. And I'd like to thank Dwayne Entz, his alias is Doc Peacock with the Dixie Desperados, for nominating us. And I'd like to thank the Senior Games Hall of Fame Selection Committee for choosing myself and my wife in the cowboy action shooting sport for the Senior Games Hall of Fame. Over the years that I've been participating with the Senior Games, I've met and become friends with a lot of folks during cowboy action shooting contests here in St. George. And a number of them come from as far away as Australia, all over the United States, on the East Coast. And a number of the folks that come here, and a number of them also are top shooters who can compete any place in the United States, because the cowboy action shooting clubs are all over the United States, Europe, Alaska, Canada, but they put this as one of the main things they're going to do every year. It's on their list, and they don't miss shooting here. 18 years ago, when our club sought acceptance into the Senior Games, I was pretty concerned that it might not be a good fit for us. Our club was having an annual match in April. We had a holiday shoot, and we had a fairly small club, but we went ahead and became partners with the Senior Games. It's worked out great. Our club has stepped forward and done a great job. It's our acceptance into this Hall of Fame is really almost a club event, because there are so many people that help make things happen, and the Senior Games has just been wonderful to help us with everything we needed. They supply things if we need them, if they supply a lot of help, advice, and it's just been a great partnership for us. Each year, thousands of athletes participate, as you know, in the Senior Games. It allows them to do something, them and us, to do something that we really enjoy, yet we stay fit doing it. It keeps us active, and having the health screenings has been a real benefit for everybody. We're all an age group where we can use the health screens. We should be using them every year and seeing our doctors regularly, and this just been a real positive asset. So I just want to thank again the Senior Games and from the World Senior Games, the Huntsman World Senior Games. I want to thank them for this honor, and thank you, Dwayne, for nominating us.
I'm Carol Poulton, and my alias is a little bit younger. Being inducted into the Huntsman Senior Games is really just icing on the cake because it comes after many years of participating in ways that have been personally satisfying and very beneficial. Competing keeps us not only in good physical shape as an athlete, but it helps us participate at the highest level possible. We've enjoyed many sports activities together since we were married 30 years ago. We've tried biking, hiking, even inline skating, golf. But the activity we've done the longest and we've enjoyed the most is cowboy action shooting. And the Huntsman World Senior Games has been a big part of our enjoyment of this sport. We approached the Senior Games for admission as one of the sports venues because the emphasis is on sportsmanship, and as cowboy action shooters, the spirit of the game is what we call it, but it really emphasizes sportsmanship and socializing, and we do a lot of socializing. That's one reason we have an alias. It's a requirement when you become a member of the Single Action Shooting Society. Clark is a bit younger, I'm a little bit younger, and as we're competing, we compete on a posse, so there's a social aspect to this posse as well. It is really with deep gratitude because this has been such a fun activity, a beneficial activity, and it benefits not only us in physical ways, but it just has helped us in our growth in so many other ways. And we've developed many friendships, not only with our fellow athletes, but with the staff here at the Senior Games. We've enjoyed that so much. So I want to thank those who have chosen us for this. It's something that was unexpected, but very, very special to us, and we look forward to continuing with this partnership with the Senior Games. Thank you so much.
I love them.
I do too, and I love their aliases.
I do.
Cowboy action shooters all have an alias, and they go by bit younger and a little bit younger.
That's right.
Which I think is just indicative.
And their dress.
Oh, perfect.
Oh.
Perfect. Yeah. So should we go back to softball for a second?
Sure. Ernest Reyes has participated in the Huntsman Games for the past 16 years. He is an all-around athlete who has won world titles in weightlifting and has played softball for over 50 years. Ernest has assisted in recruiting players and sponsoring softball teams. He supports other athletes through his attendance and spirited cheering for the athletes in all the sports. Ernest has played on softball teams at the games that have won gold, silver, and bronze medals. He has made hundreds of friends from around the globe and loves to see so many wonderful people gather together. He is grateful to the volunteers and administrators for their time and effort in hosting the games. On learning of his induction into the Hall of Fame, he said, "I feel so honored and appreciative of being selected for induction. This is a life-changing event for me, and I enjoy playing with all of these wonderful athletes. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I also want to thank my wonderful wife, Diana, and my friend Josh for nominating me."
Ladies and gentlemen, Ernest Reyes.
Good morning, Huntsman Committee members. I'm very humbled and grateful to accept my nomination into the 2020 Huntsman World Senior Hall of Fame. I appreciate all you do, and I feel this is a great honor to be here. I want to express my appreciation to Josh Olmsted and my wife Diana for nominating me, and Art and Debbie Talbot for the pictures they provided me. I've been participating in the last 15 years in this great organization and received my 15-year ring last year. I have made many wonderful friends since I started playing the Huntsman Games. This is one of the funnest tournaments because you get to meet people from all over the world. I enjoy playing with the 50, 55, 60, and 65 teams. I hope I'll be able to play again next year. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
The great thing about Ernest is everybody needs a cheerleader.
Right.
I don't care who you are.
Right.
Everybody needs a cheerleader, and he plays that role so well.
Yes, and that's important.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Our next inductees are a dynamic duo.
Yes, they are. Roy and Nancy Ulrich have been competing in the square dancing venue for the past 11 years. They had such a wonderful time at their first competition that they went back home and convinced 20 of their closest friends to join them at the games. Their enthusiasm is not limited to their friends. They had badges made that said, "Ask me about the Huntsman World Senior Games," and they wore them to every event that they attended. They began as participants and have since become enthusiastic ambassadors for the games, encouraging others to come and experience their enjoyment for the games. They feel that the games are so much more than just a competition. They are a friendship and a real sense of inclusion from the entire community. When asked to share how they felt on their induction, they said, "Being inducted into the Hall of Fame is such an honor for us. We are so happy to be part of this great event and hope to continue to be part of the games for many years to come."
Roy and Nancy Ulrich.
Hello everyone. For those of you who don't know us, we are Roy and Nancy Ulrich, square and round dancers from San Diego, California. We compete in square dancing. When we first came to the games 10 years ago, we came alone and we were very apprehensive about competing. So we said, we wouldn't compete, we'd just watch. Well, the dancers, including our directors, Dave and Rosemary Chapman, they had other ideas for us and they set us up with other dancers to compete. We were so nervous and even to the point of being scared, palms sweaty, hands shaking. To our surprise, we did really well in the competition and medaled. We called our family right from the Sun River Ballroom to tell them that we had actually won a medal. We were so inspired by the friendship and the hospitality that was shown to us by everyone, the dancers, the city of St. George, even the local hotel. Well, we couldn't wait to get home and tell our friends. We wanted everyone to come and experience the great time we had at the games, from the competition to the opening ceremonies to the goodbye breakfast. It was really hard to explain to our friends what the games was all about. Whenever you mentioned competition, they would say, "Oh no, not us." But it was so much more than the competition. It was friendships, old and new, and being part of the Huntsman Senior Games family.
So we set out to spread the word and tried to bring as many friends as we could. We had badges made to wear at dances saying, "Ask me about the Huntsman World Senior Games." We placed flyers at all the dances we attended, and over the years, we have succeeded in bringing 40 athletes to the games. Mostly they are dancers, but some do participate in other sports. We have won medals, but nothing was more special than to win a gold medal in 2016 at the 30th anniversary of the games. We can honestly say, though, that we were just as nervous that time as we have every year we go to the games. We always look forward to reuniting with our friends from all over the states, including Canada and Japan, just to name a few. Every year we stay an extra day to take the group to Tuacahn Theater, which is a great addition to the games, and everybody seems to enjoy that. So this year we'll miss all those friendship hugs, but we'll know that next year we'll be anxiously awaiting October and for the games to begin. Feel virtual hugs, everyone, as we will see you in St. George in 2021.
Square dance.
I know.
Right?
I know. I'm amazed at that.
It is incredible. It is incredible. The dancing, the cueing, just an amazing, and what a great couple.
And such a mind game for that. You have to be on top of that.
What a great couple.
Yes,
again,
very much so.
Fun to have them inducted into the Hall of Fame. Our final inductee tonight has been making a difference at the games for a long time.
Paul Wilson has been a participant in the games as an athlete and volunteer for the past 25 years. He has played in the golf and tennis events, winning several medals. He has also worked as a volunteer for the tennis and golf events. Paul says that over the years he has met many excellent athletes and management organizers through this association with the games. For several years, in addition to his volunteer service, he provided prizes for the mountain biking events. He also enjoys watching his friends compete in volleyball, biking, and track and field. Paul says that he has learned that it takes many volunteers to assist to assure that each event is carried out perfectly. When asked about his induction, he said, "I am greatly honored to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. I am pleased to have been in the games for 25 years. I always look forward to the games with great anticipation. I have been a member of many professional organizations in my life, but no other organization has given me more pleasure than the Huntsman World Senior Games."
Paul Wilson.
Hello, my name is Paul Wilson. I have been a participant in the Huntsman World Senior Games for 24 years, and this year would have been my 25th. However, COVID-19 interfered and the games are postponed until next year, and I'll sign up again. I had a 36-year career with Eastman Kodak Company in the international division, which meant that we lived overseas, and we lived there for several years. While living in the 3 different foreign countries, I did not have time for sports activities of almost any kind, and I missed being able to participate in sports, especially in an organized way. After my retirement from Kodak, we moved to St. George 32 years ago. I knew then that I had to do something to get myself in better physical condition and find new friends and find people with whom I could compete in sports activities. A tennis buddy of mine told me about Huntsman World Senior Games, where I could compete in sports of my choice. I quickly signed up and have done so every year since. I proudly wear my 15-year-old ring and my 20-year-old wristwatch from the Senior Games that they were presented to me by management of the games at those anniversaries. Over the years, I've also acted as a volunteer in golf, tennis, and volleyball, and that was fun for me. In one of my marketing ventures that by the way, I've never retired, I'm still working, I provided prizes for mountain bike races. I once marketed these Taiwanese miniature metal racing bikes. They actually work. I placed them on a sandstone base from St. George with a plaque to put the winner's name on. They were very popular with the winners, believe me. Being in the games has been a wonderful experience for me. At age 93, I am in much better physical shape now than in many years past. And I have found many new friends and enjoyed competing in both tennis and golf. I even won some medals, a few of them are here, but my biggest thrill by far was when I was selected to be in the Hall of Fame, an unforgettable honor for me. The games have been exciting, beneficial, and entertaining for me, and I am very grateful for the opportunity to be a long-time participant. My sincere thanks to the organizers, the excellent sports leaders, and the dedicated workers of the Huntsman World Senior Games. Thank you.
Amazing.
Absolutely, absolutely. You talk about above and beyond.
Right.
Right. Just someone
Right.
who's always been there, willing to lend a hand. Just a great, great individual.
Yeah, very much so.
Wow. What an impressive
I
list
know.
of inductees. Each one brings their talents and gifts, and by working together raises the games just a little bit higher.
Thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you to each of the inductees and those who love and support them.
Each inductee will receive a beautiful glass trophy as well as a commemorative book in congratulations of their induction. But more than that, they receive our gratitude for years of hard work, dedication, and example. Each have given us something to look up to, someone to follow, and something to strive for. Congratulations to each and every one of the 2020 Hall of Fame inductees. And until we see you all again next October, let's all keep striving to achieve John Morgan's vision of fostering worldwide peace, health, and friendship. Good night.